How to make 150K in 90 days. Hey everybody, it is Karen Coffey. I am the founder of Making Agents Wealthy. Not poverty-stricken, not poor, but wealthy. And I want to talk to you today about being a single agent versus building a high-performance team. You know, in the industry, there's a lot of talk about it takes years to build a team. It takes so many man hours, and it's something you don't want to do. It's managing people. It's something that is just excruciatingly painful. Now, I accidentally tripped over this in my career, and I want to talk to you. I don't care if you want to be a single agent or if you do want to build a team, but you need to know the story of both. So I want to tell you a little bit about what we can run into, the limits we can run into as a single agent, and maybe how simple it is to build your high performance team. And again, this is not about managing people and, having retail store hours. It is about you building a life that is leveraged, that you can go out and do whatever it is that you want to do, whenever you want to do it, and you have money to do it with. So first of all, let's talk about being a single agent. So being a single agent can be a ton of fun, right? You don't have any worries. You answer to yourself and no one else. Maybe your family, maybe your spouse, maybe your income that you want to make and create. You're answering to that a little bit. But what I'm going to share with you as a single agent, it is excruciatingly difficult to do all the tasks that are involved in closing one transaction. For instance, the National Association of Realtors came out with a list of 150 plus items that you need to do to close one transaction. All right, so what that boils down to is you need to work 52 hours on average. These aren't my numbers. This is the National Association of Realtor numbers. Now, you have to work 52 hours a week. Not a week, if you want to close a transaction a week, but it's 52 hours per transaction. So let's look at this. If you want to close 4 transactions a month, which is respectable, right? Then you're going to have to work 52 hours a week to make that happen on average. Now, you may be saying, Karen, I would love to have 4 transactions and I am happy to work 52 hours a week. That's fine. But what happens if you want to go on vacation? What happens if you want to go to Europe for a month? What happens if your parents get ill? Life happens. Life doesn't stop just because you're working full time in your business. So there, you run into the limits of time. Those 52 hours, that's great when you're just on it and you just want to be, that workaholic and you show up every day. But if life happens and you want to do something else, then it's going to be difficult for you to walk away from that. It's time that you might think, well, maybe I can get some leverage. Let's talk about the other disadvantage of being a single agent. Now, you have natural skills and talents. You were not built to do everything. For instance, I am not good at paperwork. I'm not good at the contracts. I love to work with sellers and buyers. I love meeting people. I love really helping them. And I know this sounds so cliche in real estate. I love finding out what their dream is and transferring that dream to them. So that's what I'm good at. I'm not good at the back end. So what happens when you start getting busy? You're losing leads, you're losing buyers, you're losing sellers because you're over here doing the paperwork. So you're kind of, you're doing things, putting that square peg in a round hole, and you're doing things that are not your highest and best. So again, you're running into that limitation. So let me just talk to you a little bit about it takes as long as you give it. I mentioned earlier in this presentation that, people are always talking about, oh, it takes years, you've got to manage people, you have to do all of these things to build a team. I'm here to tell you it will take as long as you give it and as long as you believe that it takes. We have clients that are building full-blown teams. We just had someone just email us yesterday, 127,000 in less than 90 days. She started from zero. So this is it was a combination of her efforts as well as building out her team. So let me talk to you a little bit about what that might look like. Now, when you build a team, you're bringing on an admin, of course, first. So you're not doing the paperwork. Isn't that a blessing? But here is the extra benefit that you may not have thought about. As that assistant is sitting at your desk, she's looking at you, he or she is looking at you saying, hey, what do you want me to do? And you're looking back over at them going, my gosh, I've got to get busy. I have to go do what I do best. And that is lead follow-up, lead generation, lead follow-up, going on appointments. Those are the things that you need to be doing. I call them your focus 5, and there's actually 5 of them. I only went over 3. But they're looking at you, and that is extreme accountability. Every day as you come into the office, they're looking at you going, what do you want me to do? And you have to move into your leader mode, your boss mode, and go, you know what? Familiarize yourself with this system, that system, and whatever, while I go out here and do what I do best and bring the business in. Go fishing. Go find those people that you can work with. So here's what it might look like. You hire your admin first. They work part-time, maybe 10 hours a week, just to get that paperwork off of your plate. And then you're going to hire a couple of buyer agents. Now you're like, Karen, I don't have enough leads for me. Why would I ever hire a buyer agent? If you hire a buyer agent, it's going to leverage you to go work with listings. So, and you're like, I don't have enough leads. That's a whole nother conversation we'll have in a minute. But the buyer agents, let's say you hire 3. They close, let's do 2. Let's be conservative. They close 3 transactions a month. All right. And your average sales price is somewhere between about $300,000. So your commission is around $8,000. So if you hire 2 buyer agents, they're closing 3 transactions. Your commission is $8,000. That is $48,000 for the month. That doesn't even include what you did. That's just them. Now that's gross, and you have your splits and all of that, which again is another conversation. But think about this. Within 90 days, you could have created $144,000, almost $150,000, just by leveraging what you don't need to be focusing on to begin with. So when you go traveling to Hawaii for a month with your family, when you want to take some time off to be with, an aging parent or children or something like that, you are absolutely covered. So think about it. Single agent versus building a high performance team. It's easier than you think, and it will only take as long as you believe it will. So I'm Karen Coffey. It's really great to reach out to you today, giving you food for thought. If you want more information like this, meet me over at karencoffey.com/making agents wealthy. And I look forward to giving you more tips like these, and actually the 5 steps our clients use to make $100K in less than 100 days. If you found the video helpful, go ahead and click the like button below. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe so you don't ever miss a video in the future. Also, if there's something you would like me to speak on or you have a comment, make sure you leave a comment below. And we look forward to seeing you the next time.